So we learned in the last video that Italy has a personal union over the EU. I'm not sure when they established that. I'm assuming probably a few videos ago, and I was being crackler and didn't notice it. But this means that Italy has a lot more power than we're assuming. Now, I'm assuming that the EU could probably break free, right? Well, first of all, there can be a collapse. But I don't think that Italy would have an easy time. I don't think Italy can annex this personal union. I don't believe that is a part of the deal, I suppose. But it doesn't matter, because if Italy goes to war with anybody, they will, anybody outside of the EU, of course, they'll win that for sure. For sure. So Italy will be able to do whatever they want. Okay, there's a peace deal here. Did Ukraine end up losing land? It looks like that's a no. Ukraine didn't end up losing land. Syria looks... No, Georgia lost land. And there's a second war. Finally, a Middle Eastern war. Afghanistan and the Saudis versus Iran and Georgia. And Turkmenistan, technically. Ethiopia fighting Tanzania. And that is about it. USA fighting Honduras and Brazil. So Brazil tried to keep Honduras safe, but that will not be so very soon. Spain, I'm sure, is still trying to survive. Oh, Spain is helping out Ethiopia. Look at that. At least the colonial nations of Spain could help out. And then there was just a massive, surprising war where India and Kazakhstan and Myanmar, and I don't think Vietnam taken anything. Did they kick out Malaya? They didn't. That's the only bad thing, is Vietnam did not take back their cores to Malaya. But either way, China lost a lot of territory, and actually, let's see here, Afghanistan versus Turkmenistan. That's how this war popped up. Now we know. The more you know. Development has USA at number 1, Germany number 2, and 1,200 points behind is China. They have still Canada in 4th, India in 5th. I think India leapfrogged over Italy because of all the provinces that they took away. Spain still pretty far down, Greece still pretty far down. Yeah, everything else is about the same. About the same. So this should be a huge loss for the Congo, I'm assuming. Ooh, Egypt, Gambia, Congo versus Nigeria, and Botswana. Either way, I think Ethiopia is going to be super powerful soon. Yep, okay, well, they're not super powerful. Jeez, make me look like an idiot, Ethiopia. Well, you did sever peace. You could take some stuff from the Congo. You might be super powerful still. It was like, I think Ethiopia is going to be super powerful, and then just, womp. Nope. Nope. Iran is being invaded from all sides now. And I think it's safe to say that the Saudis will probably take a lot here. Remember, they had former cores in Persian lands, so they could very, easily ask for that back, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay, so something pieced out. No, wait, yeah, let's see. Is Ethiopia, is that how you... Yeah, Ethiopia pieced out. They did take a little bit away from the Congo. Spanish Chad, I think, expanded a little bit, didn't they? Hey, Spanish Chad, what? Wait, what? Oh, okay. Wait, who is this? Oh, that's Spain. Okay, I was so confused to see that color right there. Okay, never mind. I was like, did the Spanish Chad, a colony, have its own colony? Could you imagine that? Colonial inception. Colonies have their own colonies, and those colonies have colonies. It's going deep. It's going way too deep. We must go deeper. Okay, how the Congo doing? Not too well, obviously. Russia, once again, invading into the Caucasus Mountains to attack Circassia, something like that, and they're not even able to win that one. At least not now. They will. They should be able to win that with time. Bam. Yep, that's exactly what happened. The Saudis grabbed their cores back. Afghanistan expanded into eastern Iran, and then they'll take over, I think, all of Turkmenistan. That's safe to say. And Iran in a very crunched situation now, not in the best of positions. Now, what's the relationship with India and the rest of the world? Saudis like India, Kazakhstan, Russia, Germany. Those are some good nations so far. They just don't like Malaya, China, and Afghanistan. And they could, that's... As long as they keep up these alliances, they're going to be good. There it is. And I said it in the last video. India needs to ally to Russia. Because the only way India forces China back into their hole, back into their corner in Southeast Asia, is if they ally with Russia and they start feeding Russia back some lands. You don't got to give Russia everything back, but you need to give Russia Siberia back. Even with Russian Siberia back, it really wouldn't change. Yeah, because look at all this. There's really still nothing in this region. If you really want to take a dent out of the Chinese power, you gotta go here. What is this, the Korean Bay? You gotta take things off the Korean Bay, the Yellow Sea. Look at all this green, man. Like, how did you do that, dude? What are you doing? How did you do that? Oh my gosh, all of Japan is developed. Like, every single thing is over 40 development. Japan, can you do something, man? You're not friendly with any, but you're just chilling. I know you don't like Korea. Oh, and you don't like China either. Ally to India. What are you doing? Do something with your life. Okay, India's back at war against Sri Lanka and Maldives, smaller Indian nations. Sri Lanka should be well developed. Traditionally, it is. Yes, it has 75 developments. Okay, that definitely says a lot. And that's actually just that 86, 75, and 71. Jeez. Sri Lanka, you're a beast. And they should be able to take it easily. I think they can ask for all of this now. That'd be a lot of power for India. Now India, I think, is going to start to think maybe of consolidating. Going after some of these smaller countries. I don't know why they haven't taken over Bangladesh. Oh, that's why. Well, they weren't allied. Bangladesh was not allied to China before. Who does China have as alliances now? And China's had to reach in. Hey, look at that. They totally fixed the relationship problem, I guess, they had with Korea. They fixed their relationship problems. I don't know if they went to marriage counseling or something, but China and Korea are now happy with each other again. What's going on back in Europe? Spain, even though they lost a pretty big war to the Europeans, like I said, what Spain needs is for Africa to consolidate under a few major powers. And Spain is going to go back after their former cores. Egypt being strong, Saudis being strong, Ethiopia doing great in Eastern Africa, and then Gambia taking over Liberia is all really, really welcome change, I think, for the Spanish, because there will be a second war declared. There would definitely be a second war declared on Spain by most of the Europeans. So Spain just needs to try to delay that for as long as possible and hope that Ethiopia continues to spread, which they should be able to. The DRC, well, actually, you know, you could attack Tanzania, but you would need to watch for South Africa, which you're at war with right now. Ethiopia in going after South Africa alone, aren't you? Yes, you are. Well, Ethiopia certainly has the development, and South Africa has lost a lot to Botswana. So I think it could happen. Madagascar staying pretty quiet. There it is. Spain after Sudan. Oh, that's how... No, this is interesting. Oh, did you vassalize them? Yes, you did. Wow, that did not take long. So you're going to go after Sudan. Maybe you'll take some stuff away from the DRC. That's good. That's good. They're expanding quickly. Hey, look at the Congo. Congo took northern Botswana away. How's Ethiopia doing? I don't see any sieges. Gambia looks good. I mean, this is really the only hope is with Spain. I don't think even consolidating Africa is going to be enough to stop the Europeans right now. You need to get friendly with some of the Middle Eastern nations too. And you know what's funny is actually the fall of China actually hurts Spain. If China continued to consolidate power and they could distract Germany and Ukraine enough, that would help Spain a lot if they formed an alliance. I don't know how they feel about each other. They don't really even know each other, so that's part of the issue. Nigeria fighting Jenin. Argentina versus Chile. Ethiopia's at 19 war score with South Africa. And South America is about the same. So they're just about the same again still. I know there's been a few wars that have happened, but for the most part, it doesn't look any different. Why would you vassalize them, Spain? And now you attack Nigeria. Did you take over Sudan? Why didn't you take Sudan? Or were you after the DRC? I think you gave Chad lands. Looks like Chad looks a little bit different. I like the Spanish AI, and I like what they're trying here. I want to see Greece do something. Oh, that's part of the problem, is that Greece likes everybody around them. Why do you like Syria? That's what I want to know. That doesn't make any sense. You guys are opposite religions. Well, you're both secular. I mean, you have Muslims in your territory. I don't know. It's kind of weird that Greece is okay with Syria. Maybe you're okay with Syria because you don't want to fight Afghanistan or Ethiopia. Perhaps. Ooh, that's a big one. India, the Saudis, and Kazakhstan fighting Afghanistan. And look at that. India swapped Mongolia. Mongolia is now an ally to India, not China anymore. India's really doing some big things. Some very big things. They're already at 9 war score over. I mean, this should be a huge loss for Afghanistan. I don't know if the Saudis could take anything here. I guess they theoretically could without it being... Oh, no, they can't. These are 2 separate sea tiles. I think they could still... They could have an overseas core or whatever. But it wouldn't be as easy if they had control over the UAE lands. Either way, it's going to be Kazakhstan and India who takes most out of this, and that's good. That's what they need. Because Kazakhstan and India are the ones that would be fighting China in the future. I guess the major powers, I should say, that would be fighting China in the future. Another war, Argentina versus Bolivia. Okay, well, you do your thing. You do your thing. And boom. Okay, so Spain has gone the route of just vassalizing everybody. Vassalized Nigeria, allied Zab and Clemen, something like that. Just vassalized everybody. Don't even take them over. Who's Congo allied to? Gambia and Egypt. This is the most consolidated we've seen Africa. Africa's very... It's only a handful of nations. And, yep, South Africa lost a lot. Look at that, Ethiopia! They decided, you know what, we don't want this land, we want this land. Who's South Africa allied to? Zambia. They're not going to be able to stop Ethiopia at this point. Oh, and Zambia likes Ethiopia. I'm hoping we continue to see this powerful Ethiopia. Oh, that war is over. That did not... I guess that's not surprising, but yeah, India took Afghanistan out really fast. India has more coastal provinces now, more than ever before, I think. I would assume more than ever before. Oh, Bangladesh, they went after Bangladesh territory. India looks good. Look at that, beautiful India. She's been working out, hasn't she? She just looks good, the form and everything. I mean, it's starting to get there. Take out Bangladesh, go after Afghanistan once again. I think there's going to be probably another Indian-Chinese war that starts up before some of these smaller nations can be eaten up. Kazakhstan looks good too, though. Kazakhstan, they cored a little bit. They took a little bit away. Not a whole bunch, but they took a little bit away. Really like what I'm seeing here. Again, I think this shouldn't come to a surprise for anyone that's been watching my AI-only battles for a long time, but AI-only battles, it's crazy. Like, I think something needs to be done. I can't wait for the game that comes out where North America and South America are playing major roles in Africa, I guess the old world, in Africa, Europe, and Asia. Because right now they just don't. And yeah, there's little wars that happen here and there, but it's not the most exciting thing ever. I wish the USA would do something and go and invade, or, have a bigger role here. Ooh, Spain's in another war. I don't know if I agree with that, but they should be able to win. Spain, Ethiopia, the Saudis, and Syria all going after Egypt. It was Ethiopia that declared on these little guys, and Egypt decided to accept the call to arms. DRC versus Rwanda. Well, Spain could get a lot out of this. What's going to happen is Egypt's going to be separate pieced. Ethiopia, the Saudis, and Spain are going to have their picks. They're going to just eat away. Actually, you know what? No, Ethiopia should take these little guys out before that happens. They've already had the siege. Egypt might not end up losing a lot unless Ethiopia is smart about this and keeps Egypt in the war for a while. Spain, come on, man. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Get those occupations up. What are those forts looking like? Pretty much nothing in the heart of Egypt. Just along the Nile is the really bad stuff. Jeez, I feel like most of the world's just one big fort. It's already didn't look like that, except for Siberia. That's why China was able to just walk through so much of Russian lands before. There's just no forts in that region. Okay, nothing new. Obviously, Egypt's losing this really bad, though. Not a big surprise there. I just have to hope that Spain and Ethiopia stayed allied. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Saudis didn't even do anything in this war. They're involved, but they're missing out on an opportunity. Maybe this is a fort, I don't know. All right, so Spain did grab a little bit, looks like. About 2. Spain grabbed like 2 provinces away. Ethiopia was the one that grabbed a whole bunch, though. It was their war that they declared, so it makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. When is the truce up with China? It's already up. If India stays with the... Oh my gosh, look at those allies. Versus China, Korea, and Malaya. Ooh. Now, we don't think... It's not necessary... Oh, that's interesting. India's just like, screw it, I'm going after Iran. Are they going after Iran or Israel? Because that would pull the U.S. in this war. Yeah, no. These... Iran and Israel are now working together. So that's a thing that I never thought was going to happen. Or that's a sentence that I never thought I would say. Working together in a war. Somalia is also involved. India's fighting this all by themselves. They'll be going after more coastal provinces, it looks like. I don't think Kazakhstan can really benefit out of this. I don't think they can get anything. India better watch it. They're going after, several wars, and I like that they're expanding, but they should probably just set their sights on China and hurt them even more. But this should be a quick war, relatively quick war. Iran shouldn't have really a chance against India at this point. Yeah, I mean, they're going to really easily press forward without any sort of resistance. But we'll see the results of this in the next video, and we'll see if India decides for a second invasion of China. So India, kind of a sleeping giant for most of this campaign, has woken up, and they're looking scary. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.